Great morning and happy Monday. This is Kristen Young, the marriage enthusiast, with your Monday morning marriage minded message from Living the Vows. So, I was talking to a young lady, and the conversation of divorce came up, and it made me think about the fact that divorce is always an option. It is absolutely, positively always an option. A lot of times we want to believe that if we really have our priorities in order and if we have the right kind of marriage, divorce is not an option. And if that's the case for you, beautiful. But the bottom line is it's always an option. The same way that suicide is always an option. The same way that homicide is always an option. The same way that drugs, alcohol, sex, everything is an option in life. We have the opportunity to choose. We always have choices in life. What we choose determines what comes next. What we choose determines the consequences that we face. What we choose determines the amount of hurt, the amount of the trials that we have, the kind of testimony that we're going to have. We always have a choice. So bottom line is, yes, divorce is an option, but is that an option that you really want to choose? Because just like suicide, just like homicide, just like all these other things that have grave consequences to it, a lot of times you don't get another opportunity. So we have to be mindful of the choices we make, and we have to be mindful of the amount of weight we give to the choices that we make in life. Too often we sit and we want to write pros and cons and say, do I stay or do I leave? It's really not about that. It's about what are your priorities, because the bottom line is, regardless of what's happening in your situation that is causing you to want to consider divorce, you have to consider the fact that you gave your word. When you said your vows, you gave your word that you were going to stick by your spouse through better or for worse. You said for richer or for poor. You said in sickness and in health. So no matter what the sickness may be, it may be a mental illness. It may be that he truly is crazy right now, but you chose in sickness and in health. So you are giving up on your word. You are turning back on your word. That is your integrity on the line. That's your reputation on the line. When you're choosing to walk away simply because things are not going as planned, simply because you have to put in more work than you truly desire to put in, that's a personal choice. So you also have to choose how you want to show up in life. You also have to choose if you're going to tell the truth about what you are doing in your marriage or not doing in your marriage. So I really want you to think about that. Divorce is always an option. It's available to every married couple on the planet, whether you just said I do today or whether you said I do 29 years ago. It is always on the table. But so is your priority. So are your personal choices in life. So is your integrity. So are your responsibilities. So is your life. So think about that as you're making that decision to stay or to leave. And if you are in that position where you're truly stuck and truly trying to make a decision, know that Living the Vows is here for you. That's exactly what we are here to do, to bring joy back to your marriage. A lot of times we truly are stuck. A lot of times we truly are gasping for air. Sometimes we really just don't know how to say yes anymore. And that's okay. But that's why you need support. That's why we have been here for you. That's why we were created, to serve you, to support you, to help you see that, yes, there is another way. Yes, you can continue to say yes. So if that is you, I invite you right now to email us, yes, Y-E-S, at livingthevows.com, and just say help. And we are here to support you. We are here to guide you through the next step, to continue to say yes to your marriage, to continue to say yes to the vows that you created and vowed to however long ago it was. We are here for you. So I invite you to make a decision to continue to say yes to you and yes to your marriage. I love you. Have an intentional Monday, and I will see you next Monday.